Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Lionel. Hey, I'm your host for LT Productions, and you're watching I Watch You Watch. We are covering the First Ladies of Freight. This is episode 10, and this is reunion time. All right, I do want to just get this over with. Yes, you see me kind of unpresentable. I do apologize. It's cold, and I'm also not feeling too well. So, if you will, just walk with me on this one time. I have done it before, but I tried not to. But I do appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Thank you so much. Please like this video. You can share it. Also, please subscribe to my channel if you are new. And if you're coming back, welcome. You can also leave your comments below. All right, so this reunion episode, it is hosted by the only Miss fucking Dineva. All right, so I thought it was pretty good. Of course, the fashions, I think the ladies know how to do it. They know how to be, I don't want to say it this way. Hopefully you guys don't take it any type of way, but they get to be, they dress down. They were really good. And they know how to dress, even in the trucking field. And if the ladies want to be quote unquote girly, they do it. They're beautiful women, with or without the high fashion or anything to that nature. So you guys look well. All right, so we're going to get to the reunion. There is a brief recap over the whole season 1. We begin with Casey. Funky just asked a question. You know, at the beginning of the season, we know that Casey, she lives in Miami. She is divorced. She has a nanny that helps out with all the children. I guess there's been a lot of questions about giving her a hard time because she didn't know her child's shoe size. And Funky asked her, you really didn't know? And she said, yeah, I really didn't know. I do have a nanny that keeps up with really everything as I'm doing what I'm doing. I mean, a shoe size, come on. It's quite different than not knowing that your child has a food allergy and was about to feed them that. Shout out to Love and Marriage Huntsville. And shout out to Mr. Carlos King and Marcel Scott. So, I mean, come on. So they talk a little bit about her buying in bulk those shoes. She said, well, yeah, I'll do it all at once, and we'll just wait until he grows out of those. It's easy for her to do. So, hey, give her a break, y'all, because that's too tedious. And yes, a mother is supposed to be so attentive. Well, guess what? The roles have changed, and at least somebody knows, and I don't think that she's neglecting her children, if that's where you guys are going. All right, so we begin to talk about Shantae. Oh, which one was it first? Was it Shantae? Shantae or Sheila Michelle? Well, either way, Shantae, you know, we go through her package and we know what her and her husband are trying to build. And she said, well, at this point, you know, in their lives, they're not working for their children. They're at the point of working for their children's children. And I think y'all are so smart and y'all are doing what is right. You are supposed to leave an inheritance for your children's children. So hopefully we can see a little bit more of them next season. I would like to see how they interact with one another, how the business is ran a little bit, a little family time, of course, work time, you know. We move on to Miss Sheila Michelle. Of course, we do know that she is married. She has some natural children and some bonus children. So, of course, how she got into the business, we can rerun or recap. After her son died, when it was dealing with drugs and with money, she decided to get into the business. I think turn your pain into praise. And that's for anyone. Let's just do that instead of soaking in it forever. You know, God does give us challenges. He wants to see us make it out of them. And then you can also benefit off of them also. It's not just the terror that you have to deal with. So I just commend her for doing this, and she's doing well, you know, as she's being compliant, DOT compliant, getting truckers back on the road or on the road and starting their business or whatever, you know, just keeping them together so that there aren't any F-ups later on with the businesses, the trucking business. So kudos. Of course, there was 4. A question was asked to Casey, you know, how do you feel about these women and why did you choose these particular women? And they're really rocks for her in this time, in what they're doing right now together. They're stable people, women, and they're about their business. I know Shanti or maybe Sheila, I think what makes them get along is that they are different. So it looks like you could be an alpha and still have different personalities and not have to be in competition and run over people, even if you have strong personalities or uh, very opinionated and all that. There's submission in everything that you do. And I think that a lot of people are so weird when they act like submission is wrong or it demeans them or it lowers them. No, it doesn't. Come on, someone has to be the leader within this. And then also, the leader doesn't have to do everything. The leader can delegate. The leader, and I don't believe that Casey's trying to dominate over these ladies. They're there to accomplish what needs to be accomplished. All right, so we began to talk about or speak about Tiana. We deal with what actually happened as to the fallout of Tiana. Everything was going well. They didn't even know that Tiana was going to jail at this moment or at that time. When they found out about it, the ladies did send money. She got this collect call from Tiana. Casey did. And she began to check her. And fucking Donnie was like, well, what did she check you about? And we find out that she was checking her because of the amount of money that was sent to her. Because she said, what am I going to do with this? It's like, right off top, lady, you're in jail. I'm not in jail. And of course, there's had been previous talks. We're going to help. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Da. And things didn't line up. It wasn't on Casey's end or Shanti's end. It was a thing of when Tiana got in jail, she kind of flipped. And probably not. I think she was hopeful / faking the funk about how serious things were, because Casey said, we really didn't know the severity of the situation that she was going through. She didn't tell us, and she wasn't forthright. And it could have helped us to prepare a little bit more. Casey does feel a little slighted in regards to that, because it's like, okay, we're around you. We're already extended ourselves to you, and you can't be transparent. Shanti says, well, possibly because we're new, and she didn't really want to say this and that, Casey said, well, you two are meeting her. I've known her. And to not be upfront about certain things, and I got to read about it in the paper, it can be hard. And it makes you less trustworthy. And then you flip, because now you're in jail. So what was supposed to happen? She was just supposed to still be out on bail. She ended up threatening her lawyer representative. They sent her directly to jail. When Casey talked to her, she said that I'm going to get bailed out, and that's that. It sounds like how Tiana was when she did confront Casey about the amount of money that she was supposed to bail her out. And Shanti said, you can't really count anybody's pockets. Yes, Casey is doing this and extremely wealthy in this, but it's like Casey said, yeah, I make a lot of money, but I got high bills also. So I don't know what you expected. And Tiana, you got sisters. You got another baby daddy that just came out of jail. What are they doing for you? I do feel bad that you have to leave your children there. I think it could have gone a lot smoother if you were transparent enough about what was really going on. And I don't think that you were shocked that you were indicted also. That's my feeling at this point. I mean, right now, we can say that because, hey, it's not that you lied, but you withheld information. That could have helped a little bit more in this whole situation. So as of right now, there isn't that much communication. Casey was the last one to communicate with her. She was going to at least try to help get money in her pockets instead of trying to pay out of her own pockets, Casey, to get her bail and all this good stuff. Her online courses that she does have. Basically, it's a no-go. Tiana said that Casey never presented that to her. And she said, yes, I did. And whoever the third party was on the phone with her when she did contact her came on the phone and confirmed that. Then the phone went dead. From that point, Casey did find out that the phone just hung up. It wasn't her being shady or whatever, but it kind of left a bad taste in her mouth. I don't blame her. Again, I think we wish you all well, Tiana, but obviously you've been caught up in something, and hopefully your sentence shortened, and you can get back home to your babies. We get on the subject of Chloe, the wild card. I said, oh, when she first came on the scene, I said, she's going to be that one, that firecracker, and I thought was going to shake up the group. She shook it up in the wrong way, though. I think that she could have been controversial, but at the same point, you were quite too confrontational. You were too controversial, Chloe. They talked about the whole Jason Lee thing and how Casey had to really get her together and all of that. You know, why in the world was she so caught up on not being called a mentee? She's like, I did it on my own. It's like, well, you're still new. You've only been in this thing for 2 years. It's kind of like Chloe wanted to be at the level of Casey and Sheila Michelle and Shanti. It's not the case. And it's okay. You know? And when you're intimidated, arrogance will come off and pride will come off, and you will just turn people off from you. And I think that's what happened. You know, they talked about the whole podcast where she was just out of control, and the group just made a decision that no, she will not be a part of this group. She's just not the one. So what can we look forward in season 2? I think a lot more personal story. That's what Casey was alluding to. And also, they're looking for a new It Girl to be the 4th girl of First Ladies of Freight. There is a video and a link on the channel. Just to let you know, I do have the link to their channel. You can go over there and subscribe and watch all their videos. It's not just about the show. It's about the business that the ladies are in. And maybe you are interested or you know someone that could help out in that regards. But that's where they're at. And I can't wait for season 2. I think that you are onto something really golden, Miss Casey, and to the other ladies. I'm here to stick with you guys. I'm a small channel. I like pushing people that are unknown and are getting known. Of course, you're popular in the trucking field, but possibly not in the entertainment field. I think you guys have a lot of supporters online and things of that nature, but you've moved into a new field, and I'm going to push you with my voice that I have. And here rooting for you ladies and on to season 2. But for the ones that did watch the reunion, let me know what you think. You know, how you feel about Tiana and Chloe and all the ladies, and what would you like to see for next season? That's all I do have. Again, thank you for coming to my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you for every like. Please like this video. Every share. Please share this video. Also, subscribe to my channel. And again, leave your comments. Until next season and until the next video. Peace.